Night football, Patriots visiting the Ravens, Lamar Jackson and Baltimore trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, hosting New England. 2 minutes left in the first half. Ravens down 10-7, first and 10 at the Pats 23. Theo, this doesn't look good.
Yeah, you know what? I love the fact that they run them, and you're like, okay, back. And then I thought to myself, Lamar will be back. It's Lamar Jackson. It's a huge game. Like, he's been injured all season long. He'll find a way to overcome it. Never gets back into the football game. Huge loss for the Ravens.
To the locker room he goes. Snoop Huntley in for the Ravens. Under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Ravens down 13-10. Fox, take me through this. Woo!
Yeah, it's incredible.
DeAndre Hopkins
right there. Hopkins able to squeeze the ball with just his left hand. Outstanding foot control. Great play.
A few plays later, Zay Flowers gets the handoff. Coach, he's got blockers sprinting past everybody.
He sure is, man. Get this kid the football in space for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Ravens up 17-13, late third quarter, 4th and 10. A little trickery here, Dio.
Good job by the Ravens special teams unit, just being aware of it. Vrabel rolls the dice. It's 4th and 10, and they go fake punt. Outstanding just preparation by that unit. And this is when the momentum starts to swing to the Ravens' way.
All right, early fourth quarter. This is the ensuing Baltimore drive. 2nd and 6, Patriots 28. Derrick Henry, heard of him? Gets the pitch, breaks a couple tackles, 22-yard run, Sheffy. We're looking good here.
Well, and the problem was it was there, but then they didn't use it much the rest of the game.
No, you would naturally give them the ball to take an 11-point lead and say, hey, we're just going to salt this
riding it,
crowd.
Let's
right?
ice the game, right?
Give them the ball to
That's
fun.
what you think. So under 10 minutes left in the
Look
fourth
at this
quarter.
throw,
Same
Joe.
score.
Come on.
Drake Maye, bucket.
We call this a pearl. This is just dropped out of the clouds like a raindrop. Kyle Williams, the rookie receiver, he's been known as a speedster, but he's made some big catches, contested catches down the field recently. That ball is absolutely perfect.
First 300-yard game of Maye's career. Pats trailing 24-21. Here they are with the ball again. Just over 3 minutes left in the fourth, and it's Diggs, D-Fox.
Yeah. That's the second time that the Ravens jumped the route, and should have intercepted it on that particular drive. And it gave the Patriots life.
And then here's Ramondre Stevenson. Out, in, touchdown. Patriots take the lead, 28-24. Ravens are going to have a shot here under 2 minutes left. Snoop Huntley is going to take, looking for Zay Flowers, who Coach was talking about earlier. All right, so here we go. Let's get the ball in his hands.
Get it in his hands.
Keep it there. Well-coached Mike Vrabel
Chase
team
on,
punching
man.
the ball out. 10,000th peanut punch of the season. Patriots win 28-24. Drake Maye, 31 of 44, 380 yards. The 31 completions was a career high. 380 passing yards was the first career game over 3 bills, joining a very esteemed club that only 412 other players have done before. So, D.O., let's talk about Drake Maye for a moment before we get to what's going on with the Ravens. That fourth quarter comeback last night, what did he prove to you?
Yeah, I would put Drake Maye second in the MVP right now with 2 weeks to go. You know, after this past weekend, Stafford 1, Drake Maye 2, and Josh Allen 3 more than likely. I think Drake Maye right now in the pocket is the best quarterback in football. When it comes to just moving within the pocket, because he's got this great understanding and feel of, all right, when do I have to just move subtly and then get up vertical and try to find somebody? It's rare that you see a young player like this know what move is needed when. Sometimes threatening the perimeter and then dumping the ball off, but just the operational space of the step here, the shuffle there, the climb there. It's remarkable to watch. And coming off of last week, for me, it was like, well, how mature are you? The collapse at home last week. Can you handle that just choke job? And then to go down 11 on the road versus a great defense. This is a very good defense in Baltimore. And just find ways to climb back in and make big throw after big throw after big throw down the field. I'm second right now for me.
Yeah, it's a great history. A great history.
Very good defense. That's a good defense. That's a good defense. Probably
no, but I think you don't want to take away from the point that you're making. I think his movement in the pocket is something that gets underappreciated because you can't statistically value it. And if another player gets sacked, we're like, hey, his tackle missed. But if you avoid a sack because you have the presence of mind to move in position and then still have the deep ball accuracy that he's shown.
Accuracy.
I feel like for young quarterbacks, that's like the deciding factor for if they're going to be good early. Is can they make you pay with the accuracy on the deep ball?
Excellent job with the Patriots.
I was going to say this. I mean, just for the subtle movements in the pocket. One of the most underrated things about playing the position, Dan, is you know a lot more about it than I do. but I had to face a guy that was pretty damn good at that, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And what do they have in common? Not only do they play in New England, they got the same coach.
Yeah.
Like, this guy has done a hell of a job with this young quarterback.
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels. And that's the thing about what coaching makes a difference.
Yeah.
And this player has improved probably more than any player in the league. And that's a tribute to Josh McDaniels.
And you know what's amazing? Josh McDaniels has been the hot head coaching candidate for a number of years. He's not going to be that way for a while, if ever. And so he gets to be married up to Drake Maye, and Drake Maye gets to be married up to Josh McDaniels, and they both get to shine here moving forward. And I know Green Bay went from Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. New England went from Tom Brady, little space, to Drake Maye.
Very nice.
And now they look like they could be set up for the next decade plus with a quarterback like this. They're in a great spot.
Certainly set up well, especially with the Denver loss yesterday to Jacksonville. More on that later in the show. But the other side of the equation, Dio, the Ravens lose again. What are we supposed to make of Baltimore right now?
I think this is the most disappointing team in the NFL this season. And when you're that, something will have to change.
Like, look at this right here. We alluded to this in the highlights.
This is
for the
wild.
final 12:50,
Yeah.
your closer's on the bench.
But one of the problems is this is far too often a common occurrence. Where we sit there and go like, how come Derrick Henry's not getting the ball more? This team, unequivocally, was the most talented roster in the AFC, and rightfully so, the AFC Super Bowl pick. And I understand that they've dealt with some injuries. A lot of people
I don't disagree with anything that you're saying. I'm just shocked at we just breezed by the past that you said something will have to change.
Something will have to change.
What the hell does that mean?
It's the NFL, we know.
This team is very disappointing. And I think they got put out of their misery last night, and their fans got put out of their misery last night because all year long they're like, well, what if? Now we know that it's not going to happen. But
something's going to have to change there.
Well, but we got to get back to the thing with 12 minutes, left in the game, Derrick Henry not on the field.
Yeah.
Why? You expect him to be on the field? He's averaging 7.5 yards a carry. Why the hell would he be on the field to close out a team? I don't know. Just brilliant coaching.
I didn't coach in the NFL. Is 7.5 yards a carry good?
I think the last time I checked, it was pretty good.
Not bad.
But in today's game, I don't know.
More on this later in the show, including ramifications for the second quarter when wide receiver DK Metcalf was involved in this altercation with a fan. The Detroit Free Press spoke to the fan who said he called Metcalf by his full name, Kalen Zacharias Metcalf, prompting the incident. Metcalf exited the locker room without taking questions from reporters after the win. Shefty, what can you tell us about this?
Well, that was one angle of the video. There's another one that he walked over that might have been even worse. And so the league is going to look at this, and it's hard to imagine in a year where the league has doled out as many one-game suspensions as it has that it's not going to hit up DK Metcalf with a suspension here. So when the Steelers are trying to put away the division this weekend against Cleveland, I think right now people around the league believe it would be a surprise if DK Metcalf is still there. I don't care what the fans, like when I heard that, I'm like, oh, I wonder what that fan's saying. But you cannot walk over. You cannot put your hands on fans. By the way, I applaud the players many times for restraining themselves, that we don't see it more. But here, he did something you just can't do.
We will be following this story closely, plenty more on it throughout the course of the week, but there's so much more from yesterday we want to get to. So coming up,